welcome to Barre with Mary. We have a no equipment, full body bar. So this is going to be a full length class today. You're looking at about 45 minutes and you don't need anything. So clear a little space. Hi, we have a visitor. Go ahead and take your feet wide on your mat. Excuse me, heels. Stay in parallel here. Let's see if she settles down. Let's take a big inhale, sweeping your left arm up and over, big side stretch. And as you exhale, you're going to roll through the spine, lay the chin drop to the chest, and come all the way back up. Reverse that. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over. Exhale, soft knees, you roll through the body. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arms to the sides of the room. Exhale, bend to the right knee and twist, reaching your left fingers toward your right toes. Inhale, rise, arms reach. Exhale, reverse that, bending to the left knee, right fingers down. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. If you want to pick up the pace, you can. But I do encourage you to take maybe just a minute to be a little slower and a little more intentional. So you're pushing the inner thighs away from each other. You're reaching the hips back and really shifting the weight into the heels. Now, if you wanted to take this twist a little deeper, you're more than welcome to reach the opposite arm up to the ceiling. So it's lift and twist. Go lift and twist. You have 3, 2, the last one. Take it up and over to the right, sink low lunge. Bending into that right knee, anchor down to the left palm. Inhale, reach your right fingertips up. Circle through the right wrist as you exhale. Reverse your circle. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, right hand down. Step the right foot back, find your high plank. Now, if you need to take knees here, I would love for you to take knees at any time. Spread the fingers really wide. Push down through all 10 finger pads. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze your sits bones together and really feel the low belly lift up. Now from here, without letting your hips change shape, I want you to float your right leg just a few inches off your mat. Lower the right toes down. Switch. Left leg up. Left leg lowers. Pick it up. Go. Right and left. Go right and left. So little marches here. As you take these marches, I want you to really check in with your pelvis. See if you can use the strength of your abdominals to keep your hips stable so they're not rocking side to side. You have 4, 3, keep breathing, 2, the last one right, the last one left, inhale. Exhale, hips high, downward dog. Feel free to take a moment here, shake out the head, shake out the legs, whatever you need to do. Big breath in, big breath out. Stepping the right foot forward. Crawl yourself all the way up and over to a left side low lunge, bending into that left knee. Press down through the right palm and then inhale, left arm up to the ceiling. As you exhale, circle the left wrist around. Reverse that circle. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, left arm comes down. I want you to step that left foot back. You're in your high plank again. Tapping the forearms down to the mat, forearm plank. Now I like to keep my hands in line with my elbows here like little railroad tracks, but if you prefer to bring your palms together, that's totally fine. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, hug the sides of the waist in. Lift the low ribs up, and then take this little sawing motion. Come forward to the tiptoes, and then drive the heels back. Let's go. It's up and back. Go forward and reach. Now as you move here, I want you to energize your forearms back towards your hip bones. So almost like you're trying to drag the mat back towards your chest. Really firing up through the core and opening through the chest. You're here for 4, 3, 2, the last one. Hold it. Big breath in, big breath out. You're here for 4. Press down to the forearms. You're here for 3. Shoulder blades spread really wide. You're here for 2. Big breath. You're here for 1. Drop the knees. Child's pose. Big toes together. Knees open wide. Take a minute, reach the hips back, reach the fingertips forward, big inhale, big exhale. Walk yourself up to a seat, and then spin yourself around, lay back on your back for your first abdominal series. So laying on our backs, take a minute here and just find neutral. So you're not arching the back here, you're not opening up the ribs, letting them flare open, and we're not really curling the pelvis too much here. Allow the pubic bone and the hips to be in one line with each other, nice and flat. Big inhale. Exhale, ribs hug in. Low ribs wrap down towards the floor, and you allow your legs to float up to a tabletop position. Knees over hips, and toes can be a little bit higher than the knees. Send the fingertips up to the ceiling, and really anchor the shoulders down, broadening across the collarbones. Big inhale. Exhale, just the right leg's gonna lower down. Inhale, lift it up, switch. Exhale, left leg lowers, and left leg lifts. Keep going. It's the right leg, and a lift, and it's the left leg. Now, as you lower the leg, I encourage you to use your exhale. Unless that feels really uncomfortable for you, you're more than welcome to switch the breath pattern. But what I like about using an exhale as I lower the leg is that I can really focus on wrapping my ribs in and drawing them down to the floor. And lift. Yes, 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more either side. It's lower. And lift. Last one. Now I want you to keep going with the legs, but you're going to reach back of the arms and pull it in. Switch. Left leg down and left leg up. Now it does not matter to me how low your leg goes. What I want you to find as you lower the leg is that it's not a bending of the knee. Your leg is staying in this just about 90-degree bend. The entire leg is reaching down towards the mat as you exhale. Inhale. So the movement comes from lowering the whole leg, not from bending the knee. Because what you're doing if you do that is adding this extra weight to your abdominals. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. It's reach. And in. Last one. Exhale. Now I want you to hold the in. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, I want you to curl head, neck, and shoulders up and off the mat. It's inhale, lower it down. Exhale, curl it up. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we curl. 2 more. It's inhale, lower. It's exhale, curl. Last one, inhale. You're gonna hold that curl. Now if you need a little support for your neck and your head, go ahead and take your hands back to the base of the skull. If you prefer to grab the backs of your thighs, feel free to do that. From here, take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to twist towards the right and hold that twist. So your left armpit is reaching towards your right hip bone. Beautiful. Take your left palm, press it into your right thigh. Now pull your right thigh bone back as you press your left hand into the front of your thigh bone. Take a big inhale, and exhale, draw hand and thigh closer towards each other. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, draw them closer towards each other. Now you can keep this palm here, or you can bring it back behind the skull for a little curl, little curl, little curl, little curl. So you're still rotating towards the right. Left bottom rib is still wrapping towards right hip bone. But see if you can still find that same sense of resistance that you just built. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, reverse your twist up and over to the left. So left bottom rib reaches, right bottom rib reaches toward left hip bone. Now from here, take your right palm, press it into the front of your left thigh. Now push hand and leg into each other. Take an inhale. As you exhale, pull them closer in. 1 more time, inhale. Build that resistance as you press hand and thigh into each other on your exhale. Now your hand can stay where it is, or it can come back behind your head for a little curl, little up, little up. Feel the left side body wrapping in and down. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2, inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Now take a breath here. And as you exhale, rest your head, neck, and shoulders back down to the mat, but keep your legs in that tabletop position. Send the fingertips back up to the ceiling. Soften the arm bones down. Inhale. As you exhale, both legs and both arms reach away. Pull it in on your inhale. It's exhale, reach. Inhale, pull, beautiful. Yes, it's exhale. And inhale. Now, as you extend the arms and legs away from each other, I want you to really check in with your low back. Notice if you're arching and lifting the low back off the mat. You'll form more. Use your exhale to squeeze your sits bones together and really feel the low belly pull down. 2 more. Exhale, you reach. Inhale, you pull. Last one. Exhale, you reach. Now I want you to hold the in. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, let your toes lower down to your mat. Now you can walk your feet a little farther forward, or you could even flex your feet here if that helps to give you a little more support. I want you to inhale, scoop the arms up overhead without letting the rib cage flare open. As you exhale, you're gonna hug the low belly down, curl head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, but keep going all the way up to a seated position, sitting nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down 1 vertebrae at a time, slowly articulating down to the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, curl it up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower. 2, 3. Yes, if you want to slow it down, you're more than welcome to do that, okay? Take it down. So here, what I love about roll-ups is that you're obviously still really deeply working the core. You're working the core in a really functional way. You're really working it in the way that it's intended to be used, right? It's lifting you up to that seated position. I also love that this is a fantastic way to warm up and articulate through the whole back body. Down. 2. Last time, take it up, let's go. Exhale. 2, 3. Now this time I want you to stop halfway, pressing your sacrum down into the mat and knowing that your hands can catch behind your thighs anytime. Now, if your hip flexors are just screaming at you, pause me, grab a towel and put it under your low back. It's going to give you a little more support to help release the front of the hips. If you're up for it, release the arms. Take an inhale, reach the fingertips up. As you exhale, I want you to karate chop both arms up and over towards the right, twisting towards the right. Inhale, center, and reverse that. Exhale, karate chop towards the left. It's inhale up, and exhale right. It's inhale, lift, and exhale, left. Lift and left. Sounded a little messy there, sorry. And twist, you have 4 more. It's lift and twist. Now as you twist, really hug the hip bones in towards each other. Last 2 and twist. Last 1, inhale. Exhale, now come back to center, hold it. Arm bones soften back. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, squeeze your sits bones together. Hug your low belly down and scoop the abdominal wall out, wrapping the rib cage in and back. Beautiful. From here, go a little up, little down, little up, little down. If you need more support, you catch back behind your thighs anytime. You have 8 and 7. You just have a hold to finish this abdominal series before things are going to change. It's 4 and 3. Maybe close your eyes. It's 2. Now I want you to hold the back. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, rotate your palms up to the ceiling and then float them up. Just about a foot. Hold it here. Big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to get as low as you possibly can. Then you're going to hold it. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Slide the hands back behind you as you sit up, pointing your fingertips forward to the front 2 corners of your mat. From here, roll the shoulders up and back. So you open the chest, take an inhale. As you exhale, press the feet into the mat and lift the hips up. Now shift your weight back slightly and take a tricep dip here. So you bend the elbows and you're going to hold that bend. I want you to squeeze your elbows in towards each other and notice if as you bend the elbows, you're shifted forward with your hips. It's going to be a lot more challenging if you keep your weight back into your hands. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press the arms straight. It's inhale, dip, and exhale, press. It's inhale, dip, and exhale, press. Now as you bend the elbows, I want you to feel them wrapping in towards each other. You're keeping the collarbones nice and wide. You have 4, and press. You have 3, and press, gorgeous. 2 more, go down. Now I want you to hold the bend in the elbows, and one more time, shift your weight back, and just go down an inch, little press, little press. Collarbones are wide, ribs are hugging in. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2, hold it. Inhale, press up to straight arms. Now as you exhale, you have the option to stay right where you are and simply press your hips up, coming into a reverse tabletop. If you're looking for a little bit more for this last hold, I want you to extend both legs out and come into a reverse plank. So you're pushing down through the tops of the feet. You're pushing down through the palms and squeezing the thumbs in towards each other, lifting the heart, and then squeeze the glutes to help lift the seat up. Just hold it here and breathe. 8, 7. Notice if you're dropping your shoulders up towards your ears. Broaden the chest, it's 4. Squeeze the glutes, it's 3. You're here for 2. Set the seat down. And take a minute to shake out the hands, however you need. Flip over onto your belly. Extend the legs, lay all the way down. From here, I want you to reach the palms back behind you and tent the finger pads down into your mat. Now you can take your legs a little wider today. I want you to push down through all 5 toenails and really squeeze the quadriceps as you do that. Take an inhale, pressing your pubic bone into the mat. And as you exhale, lengthen the crown of the head and float the heart just a few inches off the mat here. So shoulders are drawing down away from the ears, and the crown of the head is lengthening forward as you push through the toenails. Just take a little lift up, hold. Little lift up, hold. It's a little lift, hold. Go a little lift. You have 4 more. Go 4. And 3. And 2. Now I want you to hold the lift of the chest. Keep your chest where it is and just squeeze the triceps, letting your arms float up and off the mat. Your palms can face the floor, or if you prefer your palms to face your thighs, you're welcome to do that too. From here, the arms are going to take a little lift, little lift, little lift. Now without weights, what I want you to really find is you're squeezing the muscles that you're intending to work. So in this case, you're squeezing the triceps, the muscles that line the backside of the upper arms. So really squeeze, trying to get your arms as stick straight as you possibly can here. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. Hold the lift of the arms, just flip the palms up, and then flip the palms down. It's a rotate up and a rotate down. Now challenge here is to keep the arms lifting rather than dropping them down closer to the mat. 4 more, rotate up and a rotate down. Yes, ribs are hugging in, spine is staying long. 2 more, it's rotate up. Squeeze the triceps, last one. Hold the rotation of the palms down, take an inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to bend the elbows and sweep the arms up overhead. Inhale. On your exhale, squeeze the elbows back towards the ribs. So it's inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, squeeze them in. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, you squeeze. Now as you squeeze the elbows back, maybe your heart lengthens forward and lifts just a little bit higher. I'm knocking my plant here. 2 more, inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Last one, inhale, you reach. Now I want you to hold that squeeze. Just pull the elbows a little in, little in, little in. Squeeze it. Go for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that squeeze. Press down through the toenails. So press down through the pubic bone. Take an inhale. And exhale, lift the heart. You're here for 4. Elbow squeeze in. It's 3. You're here for 2. Press the palms down, lift all the way up, all 4s. Take a moment here and take a little counter stretch. Rounding through the spine, tucking the chin to the chest, spreading the shoulder blades really wide, and then it can maybe feel good here. Just swing the hips and head side to side. Big inhale. Big exhale. Come back to your neutral spine. Roll your mat up if you need a little bit more cushion underneath your knees. You can bring yourself up right here. Knees are gonna stack under my hips. Hips are gonna stack under my shoulders. Sweep the arms long in front of you. Now I want you to squeeze the inner thighs in towards each other here, really firing up the whole inseam of the legs. Inhale. As you exhale, one long line, you're gonna hinge it back. Inhale, you're gonna lift it up. Exhale, inner thighs squeeze in, one long line, you hinge it back. Beautiful. Keep going with the lower body. Flip the palms up to face the ceiling. As you're hinging back, I want you to take a bicep curl and lift it up. So elbows are gonna stay in line with the armpits. We're just adding a squeeze in and a reach out, yes. Go squeeze it in and reach it out. Now, if you are desperate for more, you can totally pause the video and grab light weights here, but maybe play with just body weight today and see how that feels for you. Inner thighs squeeze in, spine is long, exhale, and really find that abdominal engagement. 2 more, reach it back, and lift it up. Last one, go, reach it back. Now I want you to take that hinge back and I want you to hold it. Arms are gonna stop halfway and you're just gonna squeeze a little in, little in, little in. You can absolutely make fists here if you prefer that. Really engaging the biceps. Inner thighs are wrapping in and I'm hoping you're starting to feel some heat build in your quadriceps. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that, inhale. Exhale, send the arms long. You're gonna go back an inch, lift up an inch, yes. Go back an inch. Now as you come back, I want you to lift the arms a little up, press them a little down. Beautiful, it's back an inch and up an inch. So you're not coming all the way to upright here. You're just getting a little deeper in this work in your thighs and then easing out of it just slightly. Squeeze the triceps, squeeze the biceps, and you should feel a little bit of work into the shoulders as well. You're here for 4, and lift. You're here for 3, and lift. Yes, 2 more, take it back. Lift it up, now I want you to hold the back. You should bend the arms all the way in half, and flip the palms to face each other here, yes. Just press the arms, go a little press, a little up. So wrists are in line with my elbows. Inner elbows are squeezing in towards each other. You're here for 16, 15. Inner thighs are wrapping in and spine is nice and long. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Come all the way up, downward dog. Press the palms into the mat. Lift the hips high and take a moment to rock from side to side in the hips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot forward. Come all the way up. And walk your feet together. Not my most graceful transition. Find your feet in parallel here to start. I'm going to spin actually, so I'm in profile, but I am in a parallel squat. I want you to take your hips back. I want you to bend your knees deeply. I want you to come into your squat. So if you were to glance down at your feet, all 10 toes are pointing forward here. Now from there, your hands can come wherever it's comfortable for you, whatever your favorite position is. I want you to inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hips back, you come to your squat. Hit squeeze the glutes, hinge it back. 2 more, go lift and squeeze. Last one. I want you to hold this low squat position. Now from here, you're gonna lift up onto the ball of your left foot. Now I want you to step your left foot out so you're orienting your hips towards that front left corner of your mat. So I'm now slightly externally rotated here, coming into a turned out squat position. Left foot is gonna move right back to where it started in that parallel squat. So I step the left foot out, the left foot in, the left foot out, the left foot in. So my right leg, my right foot I should say, is not moving. All that I'm doing is taking my pelvis and rotating it around the head of my right thigh bone. So pelvis rotates out, rotates in, yes. So I'm hoping you start to feel a lot of heat build into the right quadricep, the right hamstring, and the right glute. Yes, 2 more. Take it open. Take it close. Last one, take it open. Now I want you to hold the closed position, lift up onto the ball of your left foot. Drop the hips, go a little drop, a little drop, a little drop, a little drop. So here you have equal weight between the right heel and the left ball of the foot. You're really anchoring down through the right heel. So you're finding a lot of work into the right leg here. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2, hold it, inhale. As you exhale, take the ball of the left foot, externally rotate, coming back to that turn down squat. Same pattern, you take it, little drop, little drop, little drop, little drop. So you have an external rotation, just a slight one, of both legs. Inner thighs are pressing open, weight is into the right heel, and the ball of the left foot. Torso is hinging forward, so my shoulders stack right over my knees. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2, inhale. Exhale, left foot back to that parallel squat, keeping that left heel lifted. Now from here, we're gonna get even deeper into the right glute. I want you to step left toes back and left toes in. Take left toes back and left toes in. Now as your left toes go back, I want you to actively pull your right hip bone back and squeeze your inner thighs together. So you're not letting your hips twist open. Hips are staying square toward the front edge of your mat. Pushing down through the right heel and through all 5 toes on the right foot. So you're not curling the toes up. Really let them elongate. Give yourself a little more stability. You have 4. And in. You have 3. I'm not putting any weight into those left toes. Last one, I want you to take the left toes back. I want you to hold it there. Now let the fingertips sweep up behind the head. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, I want you to twist your torso toward your right leg, rotating through the thoracic spine, through the rib cage. Inhale back to center. Exhale, you twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale. You have 3. As you're twisting, inner thighs you're squeezing in. Right hip is pulling back. Last one, inhale. Now I want you to hold that twist. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, see if you can lighten the load on that back left foot. Maybe even floating your left leg up and off the mat, finding your balance. Hold it here for 8, 7. We're laying down on our left side to continue working the right leg. In 4. You're almost there, it's 3. You're there in 2. Left knee down to the mat. Lay all the way down. You can take your head either in your hands, or if you prefer to rest it all the way down, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Bending the knees, heels are gonna pull into the seat here. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, I want you to slide your heels forward so you make yourself a little 90-degree bend here, and let that top right leg hover off of the bottom left one. So you're not lifting so high that you're externally rotating. We're just hovering, I don't know, 6 inches or so. From there, and go a little up, little lift, little lift, little lift. So right knee and right ankle are in line with each other here. Really in a nice parallel position. Feel your top right hip stacking directly over your bottom left. So you're not allowing this top hip to roll open towards the ceiling. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2, hold, inhale. As you exhale, I want you to internally rotate. So drop your right knee down towards your left. As you inhale, I want you to come back to parallel. As you exhale, you're going to internally rotate. So it's inhale, parallel. Exhale, rotate in. Inhale. And exhale, yes. So your range of motion for this internal rotation might be pretty small. That's totally fine. What I want you to find is that your right knee, your right thigh bone really, is rotating in and down, which means that your right foot is going to kick up towards the ceiling. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one. I want you to hold that internal rotation. I want you to stomp the ceiling. Little lift, little press, yes. So as you press the leg up, see if you can continue to lift up through this supporting left side. So you're lifting up to the left side obliques. The abdominals are staying really strong. And as you fatigue in this right glute, you're not letting that fatigue start to affect the way you hold yourself. So shoulders aren't tensing up to the ears. You're not giving me horrible, mean-looking faces. Maybe you are, that's totally fine. It's 8, 7. You're here for 4, 3, 2. I want you to inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to extend that right leg long. Now as you sent the right leg long, did you arch and open up the rib cage? Soften the ribs in and back. Squeeze to the outer right glute. And from here, go little circle, little circle, little circle. So my right leg is back in parallel here. I'm no longer internally rotated. So all 5 toes are pointing, once again, directly at me. These circles are really small. You're gonna reverse it. Let's go, reverse it. Little circle, little circle. Shoot energy out of that right heel and really squeeze through the right quadricep. Yes, you're here for 4, 3, 2. Here's where you finish. Lift the right leg, little up, little lift, little squeeze, little squeeze. Squeeze the right quadricep. Energize through the right heel and lift for 16, 15. Maybe close your eyes. You do have a hold and that's where you're gonna finish this right side series. You're here for 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. Hold that lift, inhale. As you exhale, lift the right leg a little higher and extend the right leg a little longer. Hold it here for 4. Hold it here for 3, you've got this. Hold it here for 2. Lower that right leg down, flip yourself over and find your downward dog, tucking the toes and lifting the hips really high. Inhale. And as you exhale, step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward and roll all the way up. Coming back into your parallel squat, facing the other side of the mat this time. Heels under sits bones. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Now pause. Take the hips back first, and then come into that squat position. Inner thighs are pressing out as shin bones squeeze in towards each other, really stabilizing your knee joints. Take your hands wherever it's comfortable for you. Inhale, you're gonna squeeze and rise. Exhale, sink low in that squat. It's it up. And squat it down. Just 2 more. It's lift and squat. Last one. Now you're gonna hold that squat. You're gonna lift up onto the ball of the right foot. So you're pressing weight down to the left heel and through the ball of the right foot. Now from here, take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're gonna externally rotate. So stepping your right foot out. So your hips are now square to the top right corner of your mat. Yes, left foot is just as it was before. You just rotated your pelvis slightly. From there, step the right foot back into your squat. Yes, so you take it, turn out. You take it parallel. Now if you want to be up on the ball of your foot, you can be up on the ball of your foot. For the right foot, I should say. If you want to lower the heel, give yourself that little bit of extra support, I would love for you to do that. That's absolutely fine. Now again, what's happening here is our left leg is our stability. So we're grounding down to the left heel, and we're taking the pelvis, rotating it open, and we're rotating it closed. So it's moving, twisting along the top of the left side femur bone. You have 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold this one in parallel. Just drop the hips. Go a little drop, a little drop, a little drop. So equal weight between the left heel and the ball of the right foot. Hips are pulling back. Inner thighs are pressing out. And shin bones are squeezing in. You're here for 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Stay low. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to that slightly turned out position. Hips square to the front right corner of your mat. Go a little drop, a little drop, a little drop. I do encourage you to lift your right heel here and really drive down through the standing left heel. Yes. Inner thighs are pressing away from each other now, so you're really stabilizing the knee joints. Beautiful. You're here for 8, 7. You're here for 4, 3, 2, inhale. Exhale, step it back to your parallel squat. Right toe step back. Right toe step in. Right toe step back. Right toe step in. So now we're supporting ourselves with our left leg. Left heel is driving down to the mat. Left hip is pulling back. Inner thighs are squeezing in towards each other. So you're nice and stable through the pelvis. You're no longer letting the pelvis rotate open. Both hips are staying square to the front of your mat. Yes, you have 4 more, go 4. And in. Could you get a little bit lower on the standing left leg? 2 more, go back. And in, now I want you to hold those right toes back. Now I want you to sweep your fingertips up, back behind the skull. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, you're twisting towards that front left leg. It's inhale, square yourself off. Exhale, you twist. Now as you twist, it's the ribs that are twisting, not the hips. So my inner thighs continue to squeeze in, and my left hip pulls back. 2 more, exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Last one, you're gonna hold that twist. You're gonna see if you can lighten the weight in that back right foot and maybe even lift that back right leg up and off the mat, finding this really twisted balance here. You're here for 8, 7, it's 6. You're gonna lay on your right side. You're there in 4. You're there in 3. Left hip pulling back. It's 2. Drop that right knee and lay it all the way down onto your right side. Again, your head can be in your hands, or you can lay it all the way flat. That's your choice. Bend the knees. And then go ahead and hop the heels forward. So you're at more of a 90-degree bend rather than that kind of clamshell position. From here, hover that top left knee just a few inches up and off the bottom right one, and lift the left leg a little up, little up, little lift, little lift. So left ankle and left knee are in line with each other. Notice if when you floated the left leg up, this top left hip rolled open towards the ceiling. Really keep it nice and square directly over the bottom right one. Right side obliques are lifting up to help support you. It's 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold it, inhale. As you exhale, internally rotate. So left knee is gonna rotate down towards right, which means that your left foot is gonna lift up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rotate. It's inhale parallel. And exhale, rotate, yes. Now as you take this internal rotation, it might feel a little funky because it isn't a rotation that we take super often, but it is a really great way to build the strength in your glutes a little more well-rounded. Yeah, I just realized that kind of has double meaning. Well-rounded, you also, well, never mind. 2 more, and center. Last one, I want you to hold that internal rotation and start to stomp it up. Let's go, a little stomp, little up, little press. Now as you're pressing up, notice if you're taking tension other places in your body. Relax your shoulders, relax your eyebrows. Breathe. This one's intense, for sure. It's 8, 7, 6. You're almost there. Go 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Exhale, extend the left leg long. Now you're back in parallel here, but notice if when you extend your leg, if you flared your ribcage open, arching your back. Hug the ribs in. Hug the abdominals in, and then really squeeze to the left side glute. Little circles of that left leg. Go little circle, little circle, little circle. So all 5 toes of the left foot are pointing straight at me. And you're really squeezing this left quadricep, trying to activate through the whole left leg. Yes, reverse your circle other direction, a little circle, a little circle. See if you can keep that left leg lifted a little higher than you want to. It's 8. You have 1 more variation. You're there in 4, 3, 2. Little lifts of that left leg, little up, and little up, and little up. Left hip is staying stacked on right. Squeezing through the left glute and the left quadricep. You're here for 16, 15. Breathe. You have a hold. You're there in 8, 7, 6. You're there in 4, 3. Hold that left leg long, inhale. As you exhale, I want you to lift it higher and reach energy out of that left heel just a little deeper. It's 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. One more time, flip over onto the belly, pressing up to all fours. Now I want you to press down through all 10 finger pads, squeeze the thumbs in, take a big inhale. As you exhale, your chest is gonna lead as you lower down for a push-up and press it up. It's exhale, lower, and inhale, lift. Now, if you want to take this to more of a traditional push-up, you're more than welcome to do that. You can walk your knees back or even extend your legs long. What I really like about taking this on all fours is I can get a lot deeper in my range of motion. The challenge is to keep that big range of motion without letting your rib cage flare open towards the mat. So ribs are hugging in and lifting up. You have 2 more, lower down. And lift it up. Last one, lower down. Now I want you to take it halfway down and I want you to hold it there. Take a big inhale, reach your heart forward. And as you exhale, hug the ribs in and up. Go a little down, little press, little press, little drop, little drop. Shoulders softening away from the ears. You just have a hold. You're there in 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold it. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop 1 inch lower. Lift the belly and find your challenge place. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Press it all the way up and back to your child's pose. Big toes together. Fingertips walk forward. Let your forehead melt down into your mat. Take a big inhale and let it all go. One more time, inhale. Exhale. From here, gently walk yourself back up that all fours position, knees coming underneath the hips. Taking the hands under the shoulders, take a moment here, rotate the fingertips back towards the knees, and then gently reach your hips back towards your heels, releasing through the wrists and the forearms. Now, if it's too intense, just don't take your hips quite as far back. Relax your shoulders. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Let your fingertips rotate back towards the front of the mat. And then gently slide your right shin forward, coming into a pigeon position. So right ankle comes to right wrist. Walking the left leg back as far as you need. Square yourself off here, pulling the right hip back and drawing the left hip forward as you inhale. And then if it feels good for you, you're welcome to walk forward and take this into more of a sleeping variation. Really feeling the left hip drawing down towards the mat and pulling the right hip bone back. Let's take 2 big breaths here together. Inhale. Exhale. One more big long inhale, filling up the ribs. Exhale slowly. Keep your right leg where it is. Just walk yourself back up to an upright position. And rotate to face me, coming into this half straddle stretch. Sliding your left arm down towards the mat and reaching the right fingertips up and over. Big side stretch here. Opening the chest towards the ceiling. If it feels good to take your left hand to your left toes, you're more than welcome to do that. I like to take my left arm, press it into my left inner thigh, helping myself rotate the chest open a little more. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Bring yourself back up and over to your all fours position. And this time it will be the left leg that slides forward, left ankle to right wrist. Standing up nice and tall, squaring the hips as you inhale. And as you exhale, if it feels good for you to walk forward, please do. Drawing the left hip bone back and pulling the right hip forward and down. And then once you find that alignment, just see where you can soften here. See where you can release a little bit of worry about what it looks like, what it's supposed to look like, a little bit of focus on alignment, and just notice how it feels. Let's take 2 big breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Legs are going to stay as they are as you walk yourself back up. Rotate to face me, coming into this half straddle position. Left arm sweeps up and over, big side stretch. Letting the right forearm come down, whether that's along your leg, reaching out towards your toes, whatever you prefer here. Again, I like to kind of press my forearm into my right inner thigh and twist the heart open a little more. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale yourself back up to seated. Find any position of the legs that feels comfortable for you. Inhale to sweep the fingertips up overhead. Exhale to let them go. And that is your class for today. Amazing work. That was a really fun one. As always, I love your feedback. If you liked this class, I hope you'll consider hitting the subscribe button. I do post new workouts, new bar classes every Monday, and they will range from a 5-minute power glutes to a whole 45 to 1 hour long bar class. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you again really soon.